Introduction. Welcome back to the channel, where we focus on simple yet powerful ways to help you live healthier, longer, and stronger, especially in your golden years. Today, we're diving into something small, crunchy, and surprisingly controversial: nuts. Yes, those little snack-sized bites you often grab by the handful might be doing wonders, or damage, to your health depending on which ones you choose. Now, nuts have earned their reputation as nutritional powerhouses. They're packed with healthy fats, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. But here's the catch: not all nuts are created equal, especially when it comes to senior health. Some can boost brain function, strengthen bones, and reduce inflammation, while others may trigger allergies, spike your blood pressure, or burden your kidneys without you even realizing it. In today's video, we're breaking it all down. I'll reveal 4 nuts you absolutely should be eating to support your health and energy levels, and 4 you might want to think twice about, especially if you're over 60. Whether you're adding them to oatmeal, sprinkling them on salad, or just grabbing a quick snack, these choices matter more than you might think. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's crack into the truth about nuts and your health. You might be surprised by what makes the eat list, and what lands on the avoid side. Why nuts matter for seniors. As we age, our nutritional needs shift. Our metabolism slows down, bone density decreases, and we become more vulnerable to things like inflammation, heart disease, and cognitive decline. That's where smart food choices, like the right kinds of nuts, can make a real difference. They may be small, but nuts pack a nutritional punch that's hard to beat. Nuts are full of healthy fats, particularly monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which help protect the heart and reduce harmful cholesterol levels. They're also rich in fiber, keeping digestion smooth and helping with weight management, which becomes more important as physical activity slows down. Many nuts are also loaded with antioxidants and important minerals like magnesium, calcium, and selenium, nutrients that support everything from brain health to bone strength to immune function. But here's the twist: while nuts are generally healthy, they're not all good for everyone. Some are high in harmful fats or calories, others are heavily processed and salted, and a few can even irritate the gut or kidneys if consumed too often. For seniors, these downsides can be more impactful than for younger adults. So understanding which nuts help, and which ones hurt, is key to making the most of this super snack. In the next part, we'll dive into the 4 nuts you should absolutely include in your daily or weekly routine, especially if you're aiming to stay active, sharp, and vibrant well into your later years. 4 nuts seniors must eat. Let's kick things off with the good guys, the 4 nuts that can truly enhance your health as you age. These are nutrient-dense, senior-friendly options that support your heart, brain, joints, and more. Just a small daily serving can have a big impact. 1. Walnuts. Walnuts are often called the brain nut, and for good reason. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly ALA, which support brain function and help fight inflammation. For seniors, that's a big win, especially for memory, mood, and joint pain. Walnuts also contain antioxidants and polyphenol that protect your cells from aging. Try tossing a handful into your oatmeal, salads, or even blending them into a smoothie for a brain-boosting twist. 2. Almonds. Almonds are a fantastic nut for bone health. They're packed with magnesium and a surprising amount of calcium, 2 nutrients essential for keeping bones strong and preventing fractures. They're also excellent for blood sugar control, thanks to their fiber and healthy fats. Seniors managing type 2 diabetes or prediabetes can benefit from incorporating almonds as a snack or topping. Spread almond butter on apple slices or keep a small bag handy for a quick, satisfying bite. 3. Pistachios. These little green gems are full of flavor and nutrients. They're especially high in protein and fiber, which help keep you full and stabilize blood sugar. Even better, pistachios contain powerful antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which support eye health, something that naturally declines with age. When choosing pistachios, go for unsalted and unroasted varieties to avoid unnecessary sodium and oils. Add them to yogurt bowls, trail mix, or just enjoy a small handful as is. 4. Brazil nuts. In moderation, Brazil nuts are a true powerhouse when it comes to selenium, a trace mineral that supports immune function, thyroid health, and may even have anti-cancer properties. But here's the catch: you only need 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day to get the benefits. Eating too many can lead to selenium toxicity, which causes fatigue, digestive problems, and more. So be careful with portions, but definitely keep them in your rotation. They're great for seniors looking to give their immune system a natural boost. For nuts seniors should never touch. Now that we've covered the health heroes, let's talk about the not-so-friendly nuts. These may be popular or even marketed as healthy, but for seniors, they often bring more harm than good. Whether it's due to high fat, potential toxins, or digestive issues, here are 4 nuts you might want to steer clear of. 1. Macadamia nuts. Macadamias may taste rich and buttery, but they come at a cost. They're one of the highest calorie nuts, loaded with fat, most of it saturated. For seniors watching their weight or managing heart health, this can be a big issue. What's more, macadamias are often roasted with added oils and heavily salted, which adds to the problem. Occasionally enjoying a few isn't dangerous, but regular snacking could silently work against your health goals. 2. Cashews. Here's a surprise. Cashews aren't always senior-friendly. Though creamy and versatile, they contain oxalates, which in high amounts can contribute to kidney stone formation. That's a red flag, especially for older adults prone to kidney issues. Cashews also contain trace amounts of urushiol, a compound found in poison ivy, which can irritate the skin or digestive tract in sensitive individuals. If you love cashews, keep portions small and go for raw or dry roasted versions with no added salt or sugar. 3. Peanuts. Peanuts are technically legumes, but most of us treat them like nuts. The problem is, they're one of the most allergenic foods out there, and allergies can develop or worsen later in life. Peanuts are also prone to aflatoxin contamination, a natural toxin from mold that has been linked to liver problems and even cancer. Additionally, many peanut products are loaded with salt, sugar, and hydrogenated oils, think peanut butter with added ingredients. If you enjoy peanuts, look for organic, unsalted, and minimally processed varieties, and eat them in moderation. 4. Candied or flavored nuts, any kind. This one's a bit of a category all its own. Whether it's honey-roasted almonds, chocolate-covered peanuts, or barbecue-flavored cashews, flavored nuts are often health traps. They're usually loaded with sugar, salt, artificial flavorings, and unhealthy oils. While they may taste good, they can spike your blood sugar, raise inflammation levels, and even contribute to weight gain, all concerns for aging bodies. If you want flavor, try seasoning your own raw nuts at home with cinnamon or a light dusting of cocoa. Being mindful about which nuts you choose is a small but powerful way to protect your long-term health. Up next, let's talk about how to eat nuts the smart way, because even the best nuts can cause problems if you eat too many or combine them the wrong way. Would you like me to eat nuts the right way? Now that you know which nuts to welcome and which to avoid, let's talk about how to eat nuts the smart way. Even healthy nuts can backfire if they're overdone or poorly paired with other foods. Portion control is key. Nuts are calorie-dense, so a little goes a long way. A good rule of thumb: stick to about a small handful a day, which is roughly 1 ounce or 28 grams. It's enough to get the benefits without overloading on fat or calories. Also, think about timing. Nuts make a fantastic mid-morning or mid-afternoon snack because they're satisfying and help keep your energy levels steady. You can also add them to meals, sprinkled on salads, mixed into oatmeal, or stirred into yogurt. Combining them with fiber-rich fruits or veggies can aid digestion and keep blood sugar levels stable. You may have heard about soaking nuts, and yes, it can be beneficial. Soaking raw nuts in water for a few hours helps reduce certain compounds like phytic acid, which can interfere with nutrient absorption. This is especially helpful for seniors who may already struggle with digestion or nutrient deficiencies. Just drain, rinse, and dry them before eating or storing. Lastly, choose the right form. Always go for unsalted, dry roasted, or raw nuts with no added oils or sugar. Skip the ones coated in honey, chocolate, or flavored powders. When you keep it simple and clean, nuts can become one of the easiest, and most delicious, ways to fuel your health every day. So there you have it, 4 nuts you must eat to supercharge your health and 4 nuts you should avoid to protect yourself from unnecessary risks. When it comes to nuts, it's all about balance and making choices that fit your personal health goals. Remember, just a small handful of the right nuts can have a big impact on your heart, brain, joints, and overall well-being. As always, though, before making any significant changes to your diet, it's a good idea to consult with your doctor or a dietitian, especially if you have any allergies, medical conditions, or are taking medications that might interact with certain foods. Everyone's body is unique, and what works for one person might not be right for another. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which nuts do you eat regularly, and did any of these surprises make you rethink your nut choices? Drop a comment below, I'd love to know your thoughts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more tips and advice for living your healthiest life as a senior. And stay tuned, next week, I'll be talking about hidden superfoods you probably already have in your kitchen, so you won't want to miss that. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, stay healthy and stay strong.